What's going on, everybody? This is the Postgame Report. I am JVB. So I want to talk about Bethesda, ZeniMax, Microsoft. We all knew this acquisition was coming. It just had to be finalized. And of course, just like everything else on the internet, everybody was making these assumptions. Everybody was arguing over what's going to be exclusive, what isn't. And you had a lot of people who claimed to be experts at this thing, saying things that really don't make sense. And so I had posted something that, let's just wait. The biggest and the most obvious thing for us to do is to wait because we don't know what the hell is going to go on with this acquisition. Microsoft could decide that every game from now on will be an exclusive solely on the Xbox platform and PC. Or Microsoft could decide that, the PlayStation also has a big market and they do buy these titles. So, you know what? Some games will go on the PlayStation brand as well. But we don't know because anything can change in this industry. People who have been involved in this industry, like myself, since 2005, I have seen how things can change from day to day, hour to hour, year to year. It doesn't matter. Things change within this industry. It doesn't matter if you feel a certain way. It doesn't mean that you are correct. It doesn't mean you are wrong. Now, people are making these statements as if they are right, and that is the problem with social media. People have forgotten the fact that, yes, you can give an opinion, but once you put an opinion out there, expect people to argue your opinion or not argue. It doesn't have to be an argument. It could just be a discussion. But a lot of us, even myself included, who have been involved in this a long time, we kind of get full of ourselves. We kind of think like, listen, I've been in this for a long time. How dare you question what I just put out on social media? If you remember growing up, or if you have kids of your own, you know that they go through a phase where everything is why. Why do I need to go to sleep? Why do I need to stop playing with matches? Why do I need to take a bath, right? That is called curiosity. That is little children feeding their curiosity so that they can gain knowledge. That hunger for knowledge doesn't go away. Now, we know that there are a lot of clowns on the social networks, even on social media like YouTube, podcasting. We have a lot of people putting out a lot of trash and making these statements because it generates clicks and views, and because of that, it generates income. But the biggest thing here is that when somebody counters or someone tries to counter an opinion that you posted on the social feeds, we cannot respond by saying, listen, if you don't chill, I'm going to block you, or how dare you question me, or go flock yourself. I've done that. I've told people, go F yourself, because I made a statement, but I didn't exactly make it so that people can debate with me. That's how I felt at the time, and that is totally cool, but I also need to realize that people will question me and that I shouldn't be so damn offended or defensive about it. Excuse me. Brain fart here. So yeah, there's a lot of times I get defensive, or quite frankly, I just don't care what people think, but that's just me. I don't consider myself, at least no longer, someone who people should listen to or an influencer or anything like that. So if somebody comes at me, it's like, all right, whatever. But there are other people who, they write for websites, they have big podcasts or big YouTube channels, and when they say something and people question them, what do you expect? If you have a big following on Twitter or in the social networks, people are going to respond to you and they're going to want to know why you said certain things. Now, of course, it doesn't always go that way. It's not always peaceful. There are people who are legitimately trying to troll you and start an argument. But believe it or not, I have met some cool people because I have debated with them on Twitter. And I've invited them to my podcast, PGR, and they've gone on to make their own podcast because we had a simple debate, a peaceful debate on video games. Imagine had I told these people, go fuck yourself. I don't want to deal with you. I would have missed out, right? The podcast community would have missed out by not having these individuals who are talented in their own right coming on PGR and getting the kick for podcasting and doing it on their own. So you never know. Somebody could be a troll. And next thing you know, it's just, after all is said and done, it's just two people trolling each other and having a good laugh afterwards. And believe it or not, I've had that situation happen where I've gone back and forth with people, made crazy insults to each other, playful insults. Next thing you know, we're on each other's friends list on Twitter, following each other, and having civil conversations about the stock market and stuff like that. Stuff is crazy. And because nowadays everybody's locked away in their homes, excuse me. And people have basically given life to social media and made social media and social networks their reality. So now they live within this reality. So everything they say is really who they want to be, right? So sometimes, for me at least, you have to respond to people as you would respond to them in real life. Now, unfortunately, I can't go punching people on Twitter. I wish I could. But sometimes you really do have to tell somebody, go F yourself and go fly a kite off a cliff or something. See if you float or you can glide, So, yeah, sometimes, people say, hey, don't take these trollers seriously. But sometimes you do have to make a determination. Is this person legit? Is this how they really think? Is this who they really are? And if so, then no, I can't just treat them as just someone trolling, because I do it. I do it quite often. I treat them as somebody who's approaching me face to face, trying to insult me. And so I don't take it. I basically brush them off, and I don't even let the issue take life, because it's just a waste of time. So, yeah, we need to wait with this whole Bethesda and ZeniMax acquisition from Microsoft and Xbox. We need to wait. We don't know what the hell is going to happen. We don't know if Microsoft's going to decide everything is exclusive from now on. Quite frankly, the next game out of these studios is going to the PlayStation 5. So it's going to take a little while. It's going to take a few years before we start seeing any trailers, any like real games from these studios. It's going to take a year or two. And depending on the franchise, it could take a little longer than that. Elder Scrolls, this huge freaking universe, that takes a while to build. So let's calm down with all the freaking assumptions, predictions. I know it's fun to speculate. That's something we've all done for E3 and things like that. But when it comes to business, none of us are involved with Microsoft. None of us are involved with ZeniMax or Bethesda. So we need to chill. Stop acting as if we know, and stop getting mad if somebody counters your statement because they feel like they know. Like, a lot of us just refuse to admit that either we're wrong or we don't know what we're talking about. And so we just keep fighting instead of just admitting, like, all right, yeah, it's true. Let's wait. Like, I posted that on Twitter. Watch somebody with more followers say basically the same thing I said and get a lot of traction. And people are going to be like, you know what? You're smart. Let's wait. Yeah, that's the thing to do. Let's wait. That's what happens. That's the internet. So you got to live with it. If you're going to be part of it, if you're going to be in it, you got to learn how to live with, the rules that are set at the time, because there aren't really no rules on the internet, only the ones that are currently being implemented and executed. So, yeah, it's a big deal. Bethesda and ZeniMax. Microsoft has full control of that, of what they're going to do, what games come out, where they're going to come out, and it's good for Microsoft. It's good for the Xbox brand. And at the end of the day, people are going to buy multiple platforms. PlayStation 5 owners will eventually own a PlayStation Series. And the same goes for Xbox people. Some of the bigger Xbox fanboys who are big on YouTube, big on Twitter, they already own a PlayStation 5. So that just goes to show you that really nobody wants to miss out on the good stuff. And right now it's on the PlayStation 5. Later on, it could be on the Xbox. Hey, it's just the way it goes, and it's good for everybody. And then Nintendo sits in between and just does what Nintendo does. They make underwear. They make freaking little consoles that you could take with you and cute little cuddly games. But it's Nintendo, and we accept it. So they sit right in the middle. So it's a good time. It's a good time for everyone who plays video games. We have, some really awesome consoles out there, and we have some awesome games currently available and on the way. So let's enjoy it. So anyway, I am JVB. You're listening to, or this wraps up an episode of the Post Game Report. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Oh, by the way, on the stock market front, GameStop once again rose up to about $345 per share. It crashed all the way down to about 140 and then is back up close to 300. And Roblox, if you have kids, chances are they play Roblox. They just went live with their IPO, and it's sitting at about $70 per share. I was lucky enough to get it lower than that. I bought me some shares. I'm going to take a chance and see how this progresses. Roblox is a huge platform, guys. Huge platform for content creators, for kids. It's a social network in its own right. It's something to look at. So, yeah, if you really want to invest your money, there's a lot of information out there. Look at NFT. I talked about NFT in my last episode. Some people are starting to talk about it on the internet within my, social feeds. So that means more and more people are starting to become aware of what NFT is. It's a little intimidating, but it's getting easier to create an NFT. It's a little more difficult to buy an NFT because you have to pay certain fees with your Ethereum. And you have to know where to buy Ethereum and when to buy Ethereum. Right now, it's at about $1,600 per Ethereum coin, but you could buy portions of it, like I was saying. So investing is wise. You just have to do some research or contact me. And not that I'm an expert, but because I'm doing research, I know what is. I don't know. Let me not say that. I have an idea what's somewhat safe. So if you ever need to reach out, just contact me, in the comment section or on Twitter. So, yeah, keep an eye out on Roblox. And if you do own GameStop, you might want to sell pretty soon because it's pretty high right now. So, as a matter of fact, let me take a peek at my phone while I'm here so that I'm giving you guys some. You know what? I'm right on my computer. Why am I going to my phone? So let me check out what's going on here. I have my... Okay, so Roblox is currently at $73 per share. GameStop is sitting at $267 per share. So that's two video game platforms. Well, GameStop is not a platform, but that's where you can buy your video games. It's a video game related stock. So, yeah, it's video games is very lucrative for everybody. If you get into it, if you think of it in terms of not just video games, but as a business, you can make some nice cash. So anyway, I'm JVB. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.